Let's tackle one of the most persistent myths about flu nutrition, that dairy products increase mucus production. I hear this constantly, and people religiously avoid milk, yogurt, and cheese when they're sick. But here's the thing, the scientific evidence doesn't support this widespread belief. Controlled studies have specifically examined this question. Researchers gave people dairy products during respiratory infections and measured actual mucus production, respiratory symptoms, and congestion. The findings? No difference in actual mucus production between dairy consumers and those avoiding dairy. The belief in the myth doesn't make it true, though it certainly makes it feel true. So why does this myth persist so strongly? The explanation is actually simple. Milk coats your mouth and throat, creating a sensation of thickened saliva and secretions. This tactile sensation feels like increased mucus, but it's not the same as increased respiratory mucus production. It's a coating effect, not a physiological increase in phlegm. The confusion between sensation and reality perpetuates the myth generation after generation. Now let's talk about what you're potentially missing by avoiding dairy during flu. Milk is an excellent protein source, easily digestible for most people and calorie-dense, all valuable when you need nutrition but have poor appetite. 1 cup of whole milk provides about 8 grams of protein and 150 calories. Calcium and vitamin D in dairy support immune function. For someone struggling to eat solid food, dairy products can be nutritional lifelines. Yogurt and kefir offer additional benefits beyond basic milk. They provide probiotics that support gut health and immune function. Greek yogurt is particularly protein-rich, with 15 to 20 grams per cup. These foods are cold, soothing on a sore throat, and often more tolerable than other protein sources when you're nauseated. That said, there are legitimate reasons some people should avoid dairy during illness. True dairy allergy causes inflammatory responses that would worsen symptoms. If you're allergic, obviously avoid it. Lactose intolerance causes gastrointestinal symptoms separate from the mucus myth. If dairy gives you diarrhea or cramping, that's a real problem during flu when you might already have GI symptoms. Some people genuinely feel worse with dairy even without diagnosed allergy or intolerance. Individual experience matters. If you're avoiding dairy, whether from allergy, intolerance, or preference, make sure you're replacing those nutrients. Fortified plant milks like soy milk provide protein, though most other plant milks are quite low in protein. Lactose-free dairy products give you the nutritional benefits without lactose for those with intolerance. Calcium-fortified orange juice, leafy greens, and fortified cereals can replace calcium. The warm milk and honey combination is a traditional remedy that actually has merit beyond the dairy. The warmth is soothing. Honey has some antimicrobial properties and coats the throat, and the combination provides calories, fluid, and comfort. There's psychological value in traditional remedies even when the mechanism isn't what people think. Here's my practical advice. Unless you have diagnosed dairy allergy or intolerance, there's no evidence-based reason to avoid dairy during flu. If dairy feels like it worsens your symptoms and avoiding it makes you feel better, that's fine, but replace those nutrients. Don't avoid dairy based purely on the mucus myth while struggling to get adequate protein and calories from other sources. The myth has convinced people to eliminate a valuable food group during a time when maintaining nutrition is already challenging enough.